Hello. So our demonstration now is we want to talk about how what happens with hot air and cold air. And the hot air rises and cold air will actually sink. So we have, beforehand you'll need to make some blue ice cubes, just blue food coloring in water, freeze it, probably freeze it early in the morning if you're going to use it in the afternoon.
And we provided you with the ice trays, the food coloring, the terrariums, and the graduated cylinder. So, got all you need.
You also have your kettle that we saw earlier, and we're going to need to get warm water here. So when you get the warm hot water, you want to put a few drops of red food coloring in there. So this is going to represent warm air. Obviously this will represent cold air. If you don't want to get your hands blue, which we've already found out today, maybe just a couple. So we'll just put the ice into the water. Then you'll basically have the students start observing what's happening, and they'll see, actually you can already see how, it's hard to see from that angle, but
You can see it dropping.
you can also see, you can already see that the blue that we just put in is dropping onto the bottom.
I have my kids literally kind of sit on the floor and get eye level, and I have them draw pictures in their journal. Use words like what it looks like it looks like an octopus or like a jellyfish right now, the way the food coloring is dropping to the bottom.
And definitely is a good time to reestablish what qualitative and quantitative observations are, because that's, to me, that's the worst for any of the students. You never can remember from one experiment to the next. So then you can just sit and have that, you can actually have this already sitting in there as the students are, and then you're just going to knock over the warm water. Actually, let's just go ahead
As it goes slowly.
and then the same thing, they're going to get down and they're going to look. And then actually you can see that the red water actually will start to rise up to the top. Actually you can see it very good from right there. And we just talk about how we have cold fronts, warm fronts, and sometimes when they collide, what happens when they collide, that warm muggy air, especially here in the south, we have that warm muggy air all day, and then we may get a cold rush of air. When that hits and collides, you can talk about what happens to the air, and then what does that cause.
So great conversation starter for weather fronts and what happens with warm and cold air, how weather can change in an instant depending on which way the wind blows. So really great start assignment. You can do it as a demonstration, but I always let the kids do it just because hands-on is better than just showing. So